Lay your fabric flat on a table or floor. Then cut the following pieces from your pattern. Press each piece. This will make sewing much easier. Next, start sewing the bust darts on the front bodice and pressing them toward the waist. Leave this aside for later. First, we'll insert the invisible zipper into the back bodice. Start by finishing the center back seam edges with a zigzag stitch or an overlocker. Fold the center back seam in half, right sides together, and at the end of the back slit, mark a line that's 2 centimeters up from the bottom and 7 centimeters down from the top. A 9 centimeter line in total. Straight stitch along this line to make sure the zipper ends neatly. Place the invisible zipper face down on the right side of one back edge, leaving the top stops about 6 millimeters below the neckline to allow for the collar. Mark small matching notches along the zipper tape and the edge of the bodice slit. Do the same on the other side of the zipper and the other side of the bodice. With the zipper fully open, align right sides together, match the notches, and pin carefully. Repeat on the other side. Baste the zipper in place, then sew permanently with an invisible zipper foot. Use your hand to pull the zipper teeth away from the garment so you can stitch as close to them as possible. Repeat on the other side of the zipper. Fold the zipper under the seam allowance to hide it neatly and secure the bottom with a few stitches so the zipper won't slide. Next, we'll work on the flare sleeves. Take the bias strip for the sleeve hems and align it with the raw edge of each sleeve. Pin the bias strip in place, right sides together, making sure the fabric doesn't shift. Sew slowly along the edge. Satin or silk can be slippery, so take your time. Once sewn, fold the bias to the inside. Press gently and stitch close to the fold to secure. Repeat on the other side of the sleeve. Your flare sleeve now has a clean, finished edge that will drape beautifully. Let's attach the sleeves to the bodice with right sides together. Take one sleeve and match the front armhole to the front bodice. Pin carefully and sew along the armhole using a straight stitch. And do the same steps to attach the other side of the armhole to the back bodice. Pin and stitch in place. Repeat with the remaining sleeve. Then we move to the side seams. With right sides together, pin from the sleeve hem down to the bodice waist mark, making sure the underarms align. Stitch and backstitch securely at the slit opening. Repeat on the other side seam. Finish the raw edges with a zigzag stitch or overlocker. For the side slits, fold up about 5 millimeters twice. Starting from the bottom, press and sew along the edge, crossing over at the waist to the other side. For the bottom hem, fold up 1 centimeter twice. Press and sew neatly along the edge. Repeat the same for the other side. Before starting with the neckline, cut the extra zipper off. Baste around the neckline edge of the bodice to keep it flat. Take your bias strip. With the right side together, align it with the raw neckline edge. Leave 1 centimeter overhand so we can fold the zipper in later. Pin all the way around, making sure the fabric curves smoothly around the round neck. Sew carefully. And when you reach the top of the zipper, fold the bias piece over the zipper top to hide it neatly. Fold the bias to the inside, press flat and pin. Make sure the folded flap slightly overlaps the stitching line at the front, so the bias strip stays secure while you sew. Sew the button knots to the shoulder by hand. And there you have it. Your round neck Ao Dai with flare sleeves is complete.